To be a progressive Hebridean distiller, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory in a way. We're part of the Hebrides, we're proud of where we're from. That's a big part of what we do, our identity, is where we're from on Islay. To be progressive, I think for us that's giving ourselves options and choice in what we do. So we don't just stick to making one type of whiskey, one way. We really look at the fundamentals of whiskey, whether it's barley, whether it's where you source that, how you source it, you know, do you grow it yourself, you know, all of these really kind of fundamental things. If you can examine them, look at them and come up with the best ideals, you know, that's really important to us. That's progressive. I think, you know, the cask types we use, that we're not afraid to try things. We made rye whiskey here a few months ago, so being progressive for us is not about trying to be part of that quest for efficiency and you know, that quest for yield, if you like. You know, it's about exploring the fundamentals of whiskey and getting the best possible whiskey we can. And in a way, when I describe that, it doesn't sound that progressive. It sounds quite normal. But I think in the whiskey industry that we're in today, I think that's still quite progressive. The Fèis is it's a really special time for us. You know, the distillery was reopened basically on the festival day in 2001. The first spirit ran on that day, so for us it's really symbolic. You know, it's a big part of our identity and what we do. And I think, you know, over the years we've built up a bit of a following, a bit of a fan base, if you like, and it's great to welcome so many people in. You know, we just put everything aside. We spend weeks preparing for the festival. There's great bands, there's great food, great crack, great whiskey. And you know, it's just a lovely thing to really sit and connect with people, chat with people, you know, to do the masterclass and talk about some of the cool stuff we've got going on behind the scenes and just be open and talk to people about what we do. And I think identifying with people who love Bruichladdich, it's a great thing. And actually, Alan, the production director, and Simon, one of the founders of the distillery, and I were talking last night about this, that of all the distilleries in Scotland, if any of them had an open day, I don't think there would be as much fun, there would be as much enthusiasm. You wouldn't get as many people as we do at Bruichladdich. And actually being on the west of the island, we have to be very, very careful that there's so many people that come, the island might tip up slightly. So we have to be very careful about how many people we invite here. With the new Port Charlotte brand, it's a really exciting time. I think Port Charlotte is it's an iconic spirit to us. It's an amazing spirit to be making whiskey on Islay, to be making a peated whiskey. It feels really right. We love Bruichladdich, of course we do, but again, to be progressive, to be experimental, we can do whatever we want to do. So we want to make peated whiskey as well. And being, you know, rebranding it, relaunching it, giving it its rightful place, you know, really kind of making it its own thing. For years it was the peated Bruichladdich, but you know, in its own right, it's a wonderful single malt. So to give it its rightful place, I think, is really, really important. And to be innovative with it, it's a great thing. It's part of the DNA going forward, that we think about different casks, you know, we think about different ages, different vintages of whiskey, and we're able to implement that as we go forward. So Bruichladdich, Port Charlotte, Octomore as a brand, we're agile, we're able to release different things as and when we see fit, you know, as we explore new things in the whiskey. And that's a great thing, that the whiskey leads what we do. So the innovation, we're led by the spirit. It tells us where it needs to go. Do you know, expansion is something at Bruichladdich that I think is probably the wrong fit for us. I mean, there may be things we could do, but changing the character of the spirit would be something we wouldn't want to do. And we know that we're never going to make enough whiskey for the whole world, you know. What we want to do at Bruichladdich is make the very best whiskey we can. And that means we do it slowly, which means that limits our production. And the day that we start cranking up production and working flat out, we've lost really what is important about Bruichladdich, that it's made slowly, it's made carefully. It's not about how much we can make, it's about how well we can make it. So if we found the day that we needed to go to 8 days a week because we'd run out of days, we needed to make more whiskey, I think we'd probably be looking at building another distillery, doing something different, rather than trying to push what we already have. At the moment, and it changes all the time, my favourite Bruichladdich dram is the Port Charlotte 10-year-old. So it's the new core product for Port Charlotte that we'll release. It's just stunning. It's just got everything you would want. You know, the balance of peat and, you know, kind of flavour, the body from the cask, that vanilla, that caramel, the coconut, the chocolate, everything, the fruit that works with it. It's just, there's so much in there. There's a lovely marine note that, for me, you know, maturing on Islay, it just comes from here. It tells you where it's come from. And to me, on a Friday night after a hard week of work, that is the dram for me.